Today, I'm sharing 12 signs that you are dating a man with low standards, also known as a loser. Now, the word loser can be a little black and white. However, a man who has his life together won't have low standards. So technically, these are 12 signs that you are dating a loser, and what you can do to prevent this from happening in the future. Before we dive into my 12 signs that you are dating a man with low standards, I want to share my 4 foolproof dating rules so that you can start to apply them to your life immediately. The first thing I want you to know is your intuition is always right. You never need to doubt it. In fact, you need to act on your intuition and not ignore it. The second is never let a man tell you twice he doesn't want you. This could be directly, he says, I don't want you, even if he is around every single day, or it could be indirectly, he tells you he doesn't want you through his actions. He doesn't follow through on what he says. He's hot, he's cold. Never, I repeat, never let a man tell you more than twice he doesn't want you. Third is you have to stop having sex so quickly. You don't have sex, then commit. You commit and then have sex. Here's why this is important. When you sleep with someone too soon, what you start to see is who you think they are, and what you miss is who they really are. The fourth rule, and this is a big one, stop giving the benefit of the doubt and making excuses for his behavior. Women often question and assume they should give a second chance, and I'm here to tell you, stop. Do yourself a favor. Instead of giving someone a second chance, see the truth of who they are. When you see a clown at the circus, you know it's a clown. You don't say, it's not a clown. This applies for your dating life. When someone shows you who they are right away, listen to that. And the fifth rule is stop going out with everybody who asks. You have to have a filtering system on who you give your time to and who you spend your time with. When you go out with just anyone, you are not valuing yourself in the way that you need to attract the man that you want. Now, let's dive into 12 signs that you are dating a guy with low standards. The first sign is that he wants you to pay half when you go out. A real man would never allow, suggest, or request that you pay half because he wants you to know he's got you. It's the gesture. He wants you to know he can take care of things. I want to break this down real simply for you. If he won't pay for a plate of food, a meal, which is what, $14, $25, $30 at best, what do you really expect from this man in the future? If he can't provide a plate of food, what is he going to be able to do for you? Think about this. If he has a problem with that, what else is he going to have a problem with that's bigger than the cost of a plate of food? A man with standards knows what's required, and he doesn't need you to buy him a plate of food in order for him to feel that you appreciate him. In fact, I have never heard a man ever tell me he felt so appreciated by a woman because she paid for his meal. No. And I want you to stop listening to these dating coaches that suggest that you offer to pay. I'm not talking about gold digger stuff here. I am talking about a real gentleman, a man with standards, and what he will and won't do, so that you can differentiate who you're on a date with and what his standards are. Listen to me carefully. All men know paying when they take a woman out is the right thing to do. And if you do something that goes against what a man knows he's supposed to do, I am telling you, sooner or later, this guy, he's not going to treat you with the respect you deserve. You don't need to go out and prove you're independent by offering to pay. You do not need to do that. And here's the thing, ladies. If you feel like you're offering to pay because you don't want to feel like you owe this person anything, then you need to ask yourself, what are you even doing sitting across the table from a person that you're feeling like this with? You have to have a better filtering system for who you go out on dates with, so that doesn't even cross your mind. I want you to do yourself a favor, get a better filtering system in place for your dating life so that when you go out, you can be treated as a woman and let the man be the man. The second sign, it's a big one. If he asks, I can't even believe I'm going to say this, if he asks to borrow money or pay his rent, this is so self-explanatory. This should never, ever happen. A man, a grown man, should never ask a woman for money. I just want you to know that if a man is asking you for money, he doesn't want you. He wants what you have. The third sign that you're dating a man with low standards is if he calls you crazy, a psychopath, for wanting a commitment because he is incapable of committing or has excuses for why he can't. If you want a commitment, you are not crazy, you are not a psychopath, and get that man out of your life. The fourth sign is that he makes excuses for his bad behavior. And he says it's because of his damaging childhood or his ex-wife. He can't move beyond what happened with them. Or if he blames his bad behavior on you. And he says things, well, if you didn't do blank, I wouldn't do blank bad behavior. Ladies, never ever accept bad behavior from a man or his excuses. The fifth sign is if he has low emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the capacity to be aware, to handle and express one's emotion, and to be able to understand the emotions of people around you. If he lacks this awareness, if he is emotionally unavailable, selfish, consumed with only himself, has no regard for you, if he lacks conflict resolution skills, is manipulative, blames everything on everyone else, has a victim mentality, and doesn't acknowledge his shortcomings, then he has low emotional intelligence. And this is somebody you do not want to be dating. Sixth sign is that he doesn't have his life together. He lives in a dump, or maybe he lives with his mother, has roommates, doesn't have his own car that he pays for, or really lacks direction in his career. This is a sign that you are dating a man with low standards. The seventh sign, listen to me carefully, he has no plans for you or the relationship except to take from it. Ladies, if a man has told you this and he's always coming around you, it does not matter. He has no plans for you or the relationship. You have to listen to that. What he's telling you is that he is a taker and he will take what you're willing to give him. The eighth sign is he has told you he doesn't want to change or grow as a person. And he shows you he has no follow through. Or he repeatedly talks about things he wants to do or he's going to do, but he never does any of it. The ninth sign is that he has bad habits and is lazy and puts no real effort in. Bad habits could be he doesn't have consistent routines. He's all over the place. One day he works out, the next day he doesn't. He wastes time with mindless entertainment. Ladies, if you have an ambitious heart and you want to go to the next level, do not want to be wasting your time with a guy that has bad habits. The 10th sign is if he lacks depth and he is shallow. If he doesn't have depth, he will never be able to have a strong connection with you. And he won't ever really be able to listen or understand what it is that you're talking about and what's important to you. He will focus on superficial things and he'll never be able to meet you at the depth that you truly desire. The 11th sign is that he lacks gentleman skills, which means he doesn't open the door for you. He probably goes in front of you. He doesn't pull out the chair for you when you go to sit down, or if you're walking down the street, he doesn't walk on the side that's closest to the cars, or if it's cold out, he doesn't take his jacket off and offer it to you. He simply lacks gentleman skills and ultimately he lacks respect. And the 12th sign, which is a big one, someone in your world, in your life that loves you deeply does not like him. If you like these 12 signs, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what one you resonate with, which one you like the best, and if you're looking to up-level your skincare routine, be sure to watch my must-have skincare routine video, which is coming up next.